Welcome back to another episode of Togl. Kay and I are up here on the block today and it's an absolutely gorgeous day. You can see Kay's trying to get a bit of mud off of the tractor tyres in the background there. I'm not sure if that's a futile task because it's going to be going back through the mud again, but it doesn't hurt. So today, it's already midday. We had a really heavy frost up here last night. Nice clear night, hence the nice clear day, but very frosty. We actually came across a young couple who had slid off the road. They'd hit a patch of ice. It wasn't even black ice. The bitumen was pure white with all the frost on one of the bands. They'd just hit it, slid straight off. So we stopped and helped them. They'd had a flat tire. We helped them get that changed and we're up on the block now. A little bit of housekeeping we needed to get done. It's now midday, as I said. Now we're ready to get started. So our tasks for today, what we want to do is we want to do some more work on the timber mill. So where we finished off week before last is that we had that end post in and we've got these two posts here set up ready. So what we need to do is we need to get a post cut to be this end, and then I'm going to bring the tractor in, we'll do some measurements and we'll get some holes dug down this side ready for the next row. We'll get some posts cut for that. So let's see how much of that we get done today. Sit back, enjoy this episode. Talk soon. So we've got all this fallen timber up through this swampy area. It's just over the years it's all fallen down. So what I'm going to do is try and clear some of this, and in turn it should give me a couple more posts that we're going to need for putting this shelter up. Alright, first things first, we need to get this fire built so that we can char the ends of those logs. I've actually already dragged the first log up. I'll trim that in a minute, but we'll get a good fire going here with a good bed of coals so that we'll be able to char them off shortly.
Jason's backside, everybody. Look at that beauty.
That one out.
There again is that ass. Check that ass out.
All right, so we chopped up that log down there. Kay's been bringing that up while I went and grabbed our stuff from the car for lunch. Flick's eating
poop.
Wallaby poop. Go on, you Flick. Anyway, so yeah, we're just charring that log. There we go. And multi-purpose fire as well. We've got our stuff on there ready for lunch, and a billy boiling to have a cuppa. So we'll get some lunch cooked, and we can see that Flick's already eaten his lunch.
Yuck, you're disgusting.
Is that wallaby poop good, mate? Does that taste good? Yeah. The things that dogs eat, eh? All right, we're going to cook some lunch. Couple of meat patties. Had a meat patty and cheese sandwich, bit of steak sauce. Will keep us going for the afternoon, and a cup of coffee.
Jason just clearing away some of the scrub to get at the log he's trying to cut. What a mess.
Well, another clear night, another very frosty morning, as you can see. It's just gone 9 o'clock up here, so I got up here a bit earlier today. The battery ran out yesterday, which was a bit of a pain in the backside, but we still got some footage done. It was supposed to be raining today. Thankfully, it looks like it's going to be another beautiful day because I need to get some work done, because this is what the weather's going to look like for the next week, according to the Weather Bureau. Rain, rain, and more rain. So, order for the day today, get that fire going again. I need to char off the last couple of logs. I'll get those holes dug and get those posts in and stood up today, so that should be really good. Start to get some frame erected. I'll be glad to see it finally starting to come together. So, without further ado, let's get stuck into it. Okay, just gone 10 o'clock, so we're an hour into it. The fire's going well. I got the logs, the first log is charring there. Second one was started to be charred yesterday. I need to get it back in. I got the other two for the rear wall over here. They'll get charred, but while they're doing that, I'm going to get those back row of holes dug. Now, you've seen me dig post holes before, so I'm not going to film that, but I'll get those 4 holes done and then I'll show you once that's done. What I thought I'd show you is one of the hang-ups I have when drilling these holes. Now, you know about the rocks, they do all sorts of damage, but I've also got these tree roots. Because I'm right underneath the tree, of course there's going to be tree roots, but so you can see this one is running from here right across over the other side. It's right through the center of the hole, and it is enough to get the post hole hooked up on it. But these are foldable Fiskars saw blades, bloody marvelous. Even though I'm cutting through dirt, which isn't recommended for saw blades, it still enables me to get into the dirt and chop through these tree roots. Hopefully that's not too wobbly there. And it cuts through pretty damn fast too. And then once it's all cut through, I can just pull that tree root out. So not an overly large tree root, but with its strength when it's sitting horizontal, it just, you can see there, it just gets chewed up and yeah, it just can't get through it. So I just need to keep cutting these pieces out so that it can keep digging down. It makes digging the hole a very long process. And this is how I know when I've hit a tree root. You can see it shudder. There, there, there. That's it, hitting the tree root. So I'll need to stop and cut another tree root out, I think. Well, it's 1:45 and I've got all 4 holes dug. I'll show you here. So we've got this one, and 2. Again, they're 2 meters apart. Then we come up here another 6 meters to this one, number 3 and number 4, which are also 2 meters apart. So they coincide with those 4 posts over there, but down this side. We have the 4 posts. I got that post in, that corner post, so that's done. I won't straighten them out until I can run a string line. I won't set them into the ground until I can run a string line and make sure they're straight. I've also got, for the back logs, there's 1 of the back 4 and the second of the back 4 there that's already done, and then I've got this one in and this one in, so they've just got their ends in getting charred. We'll get that fire cranked up, get those ends charred. As you can see, the cloud is starting to build, so I'm hoping it holds off until later this afternoon or this evening, because I would like to still try and get a full day out here, but it is starting to look a bit grey down that way. That rain's definitely on its way. I reckon today will be the last day I'm up on the block. So now I'm just going to quickly, I've got the tractor over there. I need to load some hay up, go and feed the cows, and then I'll come back, have a quick bite of lunch myself, and see if I can't get these posts in the holes before it starts to rain. We'll see how we go. Well, coming back from feeding the cows, and I finally got hung up down in this gully with the tractor. You wouldn't believe it, one little piece of branch was all it took. Just one little stick. Well, it's not a little stick, but just a little bit of wood. It's sticking up in the rut, and it's enough for the wheel to go up against it and not go any further. So I've got all the winch gear here, and I'm gonna have to try and winch it across, because when I went to come back, because it had pushed across, it got itself hung up on the tree with the bucket, and now I'm all crossed up and I can't move any which way, and it's so boggy and clay and slippery down here. Let me show you what I'm dealing with. I'll throw this down. Okay, so she's crossed up coming up the track. There's a bit of timber right there. I tried to cut it with a chainsaw. I know you shouldn't cut into dirt, but I had to try, and that one branch is what is hanging me up. So, and because it pushed me sideways, I've now got the bucket crossed up on this tree. You can see in there I've been taking bark off, unfortunately. Trying to zigzag, I can't go any further forward, and I can't go back because the bucket's hooked on that tree. So I'm going to have to hook up onto the side of the tractor. I'm hoping I can hook across to this tree here with this hand winch. I might be able to pull the front wheels across enough to get the bucket unhooked, and then hopefully I can get myself out of here, because I've been working on this now for over half an hour and I'm burning daylight fast. All right, 2:10. I've managed to get the tractor back off of that tree. So it's past that tree. That was the tree over there, but I'm still stuck. I'm hooked up on that lump of wood I told you. So what I need to do is, I'm thinking I'm going to move the chain up to this tree over there and try and pull it forward. I just got to get it up and over. So we'll give that a crack, but it's been tough work. And in that mud, my boots are absolutely covered in clay. Climbing in and out of that tractor, I've made a mess of that too. Oh, it's just a mess. Anyway, we're getting there. Well, I couldn't reach that tree, So what I decided to do was go and get the really long strap, which would have reached the tree, but it also enabled me to reach the car. You can see back there on the hill. So what I've done is I've got a couple of meters of chain, I've got the 20-meter winch strap, and pretty much all the cable out on the winch up there. I can't risk the car coming down into this bog hole and getting stuck, so I've got to try and winch it from all the way back up there. So let's see what we can do. It is the car ready to go. Let's see what happens. Just going to move over this other side before it gets too tight, so I can see the tractor. It's coming. It's also pulling my car. So I just got to be a bit careful of that. But that looks like that tractor's up where it needs to be now. I reckon I can drive that out of there now. It's up on the flat. And the car's stopped moving as well, so I think we're good. She's out. Thank God for that. It is 10 to 3, so that's probably taken me a good 2 hours to get all that sorted out. I think it's been about 2 hours now. I've just lost track of time. Now I'm going to have a coffee and some lunch, and then I need to do some work on that road. I think as much as I want to get these posts in, that road's more important to get fixed up, so I'm going to get stuck into that this afternoon for what little time I've got left. So it just goes to show you, I do have a lot of hang-ups up here. I've said that before, and yeah, there's just another one. Back and forwards across there plenty of times. That one, as I was wearing the dirt down, that obviously that branch became exposed, and it was just enough to hang the tractor up. It doesn't take much, but I'll get a heap of more dirt back in over the top of that, and hopefully I won't have that issue again. Well, I went down there to put some dirt in over that track, try and make it a little bit better. I probably only pushed 4 or 5 bucket loads down, and then went just that little bit too far. Front wheel slipped in, couldn't get back out, got it stuck again. Thought I'll go in and out the other side, drop a U-ey and come back through. I've got all that dirt there now, I may be able to actually come through. It's a lot easier to get up a slope forward than backwards, would you believe? So I pushed through, got out the other side, no worries, dropped the U-ey, came back in, got stuck. I thought, oh, I'll reverse out. Couldn't reverse out because, as I said, going backwards is actually harder, and I couldn't reverse back out up the other side. So she was stuck in the bottom again. So I pulled out the winch, all the winch cable, and got out that big 20-meter strap, and I pulled her out. So it didn't take as long the second time because I knew exactly what I was going to do. But with that being said, the tractor's almost out of juice. I'm out of juice. I'm knackered. So that's going to be pretty much it for today. So unfortunately, yeah, I didn't get much done with that road. I really didn't improve it at all. And it's 4 o'clock. everything is covered in like a really muddy clay. I mean, look at these boots. It is disgusting. So I've got just enough time to get down the creek, wash all my gear, all my tools and that are covered in mud, the chains. I need to get all that washed off. So I'm going to get all that done. And it should be the end of the day then. And as I showed you earlier, that weather report reckons we're going to have rain for the whole week. So I don't think I'm going to get anything done, but I'm pretty sure I've got close to half an hour here for you anyway. So this will be the end of the video. Normally try and finish on a high note. I was going to try and put one post in just to finish on that positive, but the tractor is very close to empty and I don't want to run it dry. So I think with the hour left, it's wash up, it's go home. And I'll hit it when I'm back up here again once the weather dries out a bit. The 4 posts are all here, they're ready to go in. That's all I've got to do is just get another dry day. I'll get up here, I'll get those posts put in, and then we'll start getting them all lined up. Then I can get them set in properly into position. And then I'll have to start milling some timber to make all the framework. So it's been a good day, apart from the last little bit, but I'm going to wrap it up here. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. It was very frustrating for me this afternoon, but it's entertainment. So have a great weekend, everyone. Stay safe. I'll see you next week. Cheers.